A billboard with the inscription "All Eyes on the Judiciary" that was erected in Abuja a few days ago has been removed. Such billboards have been making the rounds on social media and have also made it in a few other states. Now, the essence, according to the sponsors, is to remind the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal that Nigerians are watching as the date for final judgment of the presidential election draws near. Now, this one in Abuja, according to a supporter of the APC, Woye on X, if you want to call it Twitter, on Twitter, he says it breached due process and the violators will be investigated and have their licenses retrieved. But in reaction to this, Adebowale says, very good, because there is law in this country and we should try to obey the law. This country should not be a kangaroo kingdom. For human rights lawyer Effiong, it says removal of billboards stating "All Eyes on the Judiciary" is a violation of the constitutional right to freedom of expression.
If it is billboard showing all eyes on the judiciary, that is the problem of this country, then we don't have a problem. If it is even at any cost a problem in this country, a problem, not even the problem, a problem, they really do not have a problem. But for a set of people who are confused, some confused lots, running a directionless, a focusless, a non-committed, a non-dedicated, a weak government system, they would consistently think that everything is a problem. And you know what the wise man said? When you don't know where you are going to, every way is a way. Because for Bola Tinubu and his gang, they just don't know what to do. Just like, again, that the picture of those monkeys that invaded a vehicle, right? And whereas they could not drive, always come to my mind whenever I remember APC, Tinubu, and the rest of the cabal. You want to own a government. You sang a miloko to get to power. Now you are in power. You basically do not understand the fundamentals of running a government. You only understand how to run politics. And I've said it before. The biggest problem of Nigerian people is that we have a lot of politicians, career politicians, who do not understand what governance is. And it's a different thing. Go study. Politics is different from governance. Although it is politics that becomes the vehicle that transports whatever you think governance should be, but you must understand that there are varying differences. This one is going to dismantle billboards and suspend or sack officials. Whereas there are several billboards ravaging on our faces every day that is here to focus on. When is he going to dismantle the billboard of insecurity? 23 army officers were killed, and a terrorist group, a bandit group, has claimed responsibility for it. I don't know when last that happened. And a man is focused on the Niger war, whereas under his nose, he has not been able to effect any form of put the war before these bandits and terrorists in this country. Let them feel the heat. Let them run from this country. The big balls of poverty in this country, have you dismantled them? Illegal structures of insecurity, illegal structures of bad road. And then this is why Nigerians will always learn. Couple of days into power, remove subsidy, arrested Bawa, arrested the CBN chair, and float the naira, and everybody float the dollar, and everybody began to say, "Oh, he is working." Bola Tinubu have had over 3 months now to have impressed some Nigerians who probably were not had deep into the Obidients or the Atiku or the Showore Kwankwasoa movement, right? But then he's been in power for 3 months and is going to effect any change. The shenanigans he started the government with, I told a couple of times, what's the focus, what's the vision, what is the economic policy of this government? For those that started to write, he has started well. Is he doing well? 9 former retired, wasted governors in his ministerial list. How far? When are you going to focus on the real problem of this country? It is okay if you think that after dismantling all eyes on the judiciary billboards anywhere in this country, that would transform to the naira, strengthening its values against the dollars, and that will reduce the cost of commodities in the market. The bag of rice will now hit 30,000. Are telling me that and every other thing that will bear, salt, gari, everything, transportation and everything, electricity and the rest of them will be better for Nigerians, then no problem. If you think that is the spiritual connect that has made things not to work in this country, remove them. But if that is not Bola Tinubu, you are still a disappointment as you have always been. Because this is the problem we have always had in this country: abuse of office. No, because this was the same Bola Tinubu and his son Sheyi that erected billboards of different magnitude in different airports in this country, whereas he was just a presidential candidate of a party. He used the power of his party to erect billboards on capital projects that were owned by Nigerians. I was told that no other political party were given that kind of privilege to use same. But here you are now, using the same office. I thought you would use your good office to implement change. We wanted reduce cost in governance. Even if you do not know what to do, at least just show that okay, the minister list would have been reduced. Also, this is in compliance, in empathy to the current economic challenges of the society. It's okay, we're going to reduce this and sell that and privatize this and look at this and sell off some cars and sell off some this. We'll reduce it. I'm going to be using my car for a while just so you can show empathy, even if at the end of the day you do not. But what do I know? Confused lots. All eyes on the judiciary. Dismantle the billboards, but it doesn't change the fact that our eyes are focused. I'm not in that 100% mood of saying it must happen, because I understand the Nigerian factor. But I believe we have a chance to make a case. The Nigerian judiciary has an opportunity to set the standards, right? Or maybe be able to set precedents for further elections. Because at the end of the day, the electoral system in this country has been killed. We are only waiting for the judiciary to either bury it or resurrect it. So I'm not here waiting for a miracle, because I am disappointed. The Nigerian factor came in. They can also disappoint. Showing there have been traces of disappointment going to happen. Whether it's called the fact that they admitted documents as evidence doesn't mean that anything dramatic will happen. Till 2 days to the elections, INEC chair and his PRO continually said that IREV and BVAS were compulsory until it was time for coalition. All eyes on the judiciary. Our eyes are focused. No retreat, no surrender.